as it pleases the court. Mr. Kanyangela, do you still have the statement of Mr. Kamano in front of you?
Mr.
Kamano.
Yes, I do have the statement.
Okay. Can you just take us to page 13 from paragraphs 47, what is indicated in it?
Paragraph 47 is under the heading Contact with Mr. Nyipunya after his arrest and detention. Paragraph 47, it came to my knowledge that Mr. Nyipunya was arrested during about February 2020 and has remained in detention since then. Paragraph 48, he has contacted me on my mobile phone on at least 2 occasions from prison from an undisclosed number, displaying no number on my mobile screen. Paragraph 49, I recall some of our discussions to have centered around the following topics. 48.1, which I think should be 49.1. Mr. Nyipunya called me to request signature of the service agreement between Skeleton Coast Rolling and Wanyemba Investments Trust, as referred to as before.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, can you take us through your exhibits which are before court? From page 199.
Which?
199, Your Lordship.
Page 199 is a document that we received from NetBank with regard to which is an account opening questionnaire. It's a document that was completed at Wachuarongo on the 3rd of June 2017. Account name, Fine Seafood Investment Trust.
Okay, and who's the person who was the client in respect of this document?
The person who was applying is Mr. Otniel and the Tonga.
Okay. And what's indicated in the last paragraph of that document?
In the last part of the document is next of kin details in the name given Philippus Mapopi.
Okay. And was it signed?
Yes, the document was signed.
Okay. Your Lordship, there's a request for this document to be submitted as an exhibit.
Z24.
as it plays a court. And what do we have at the next page?
On the next page, we have a letter This letter was obtained from BIPA. It's a letter from the Ministry of Industrialization, Trade and SME Development, dated the 10th of February 2017, directed to Nyepunya Mike with the subject application for reservation of proposed name, which reads, your application for reservation of proposed name dated 10 February 2017 refers. We are pleased to inform you that the reservation of the proposed name Njako Investment CC has been approved and is valid from 10 February 2017 to 9 April 2017, subject to the approval of the Minister of Industrialization, Trade and SME Development, as stated in the Government Gazette, number 4460, dated 15 April 2010, from the Registrar of Companies.
Your Lordship, the State also requests for this document to be marked as an exhibit.
Z25.
And what do we have on the next page?
The next page is a document that was received from BIPA, an application for reservation of a name or translated form or shortened form of a name or translated form or shortened form.
Okay, and which name was approved?
As per the document, Njako Investment CC was approved.
And who was the applicant?
The applicant was Mike Nyepunya.
Oh, okay. The State also requests for this document to be marked as an exhibit.
Is it signed?
No,
It's
Your
not
Lordship,
signed.
this was not signed.
But the name is appearing.
Oh, okay. Exhibit Z26.
All right, and what do we have at the next page?
The next page, we have a letter on the letterhead of Fisco.
Are you at page 202?
200?
And 2.
I don't have 202.
Even yours.
I only have starting from 208 now.
Okay, no, it's fine. We'll come back to that. We'll just mark it and come back to that. You can go to page 208.
Okay, the document on page 208 is a letter on the letterhead of National Fishing Corporation of Namibia, which is Fishco, addressed to Egil Arnason, Saga Seafood Pty Ltd, corner of 9th Road and Theo Ben Gurion Street, Unit 2, PO Box 5991, Walvis Bay, dated 16 July 2019.
And is that letter signed?
Just correct, the letter is signed.
Who signed the letter?
It was signed by Mike Ngipunya as Group Chief Executive Officer.
Okay, please proceed.
The content of the letter read as follows. The subject, support for the supply of fish feed for aquaculture. The above subject matter bears reference. As part of our continued support towards aquaculture development and promotion in the country, I would like to authorize your company to support the procurement of fish feed for aquaculture projects in the different regions. These farms, as will be communicated, are pivotal for food security, income generation, and capacity building within the different communities. The total support needed is approximately 9 million Namibian dollars and will be done through the relevant entities in the supply and trade of fish feed business. This initiative will be supported through tonnages of quota within the governmental objectives. I would like to thank you for your continued support. Please accept my highest consideration in this regard.
Okay. Insofar as this letter is concerned, were any investigations conducted?
Yeah, investigation was conducted. This document, we received it from Ms. Adele Pay. She was a financial manager at Asia Holding. She gave the statement with regard to this letter. And with the statement, she provided this letter plus other invoices attached on.
Which other invoices are you referring to?
I'm referring to the invoices on page 209 and page 210.
The adult pay that you are referring to, where was she employed at the time?
At the time, she was still employed at Asia Holding, which is a summary group company.
Okay. And what did your investigations uncover regarding this letter?
Our investigation revealed that they were money paid to Fine Seafood Investments account, trust account, Fine Seafood Investment Trust, its account, in the amount as depicted on the two invoices I just referred to. One invoice, it was paid in split, but it make up the total of an invoice that was issued.
Okay, can you take us to the invoices that you are referring to?
The invoice on page 209 is an invoice from Fine Seafood Investment Trust, a tax invoice, invoice number 002/19, dated 7th October 2019, issued to Saga Seafood Pty Ltd.
All right, and then just the details of the invoice.
The details of the invoice is that support the description Support for supply of fish feed for aquaculture. Units in Namibian dollars, 4,500,000 Namibian dollars. Subtotal 4,500,000 Namibian dollars. VAT 675,000 Namibian dollars. Then the total 5,175,000 Namibian dollars. The terms and conditions, under terms and conditions, the beneficiary is Fine Seafood Investment Trust, account number 11990078 Netbank Namibia, branch Otuarongo, branch code 461071.
No, okay. And what was the other invoice?
The other invoice is the invoice number 001/19, a tax invoice from Fine Seafood Investment Trust, dated 14th August 2019, issued to Saga Seafood Pty Ltd, with the description: supply of fish feed for aquaculture, units Namibian dollars, 4,500,000, subtotal 4,500,000 Namibian dollars, VAT 675,000 Namibian dollars, then the total 5,175,000 Namibian dollars.
Okay. Now, from your investigations, were these two invoices paid?
Yes, the two invoices were paid.
Okay. And from your investigations, this Adele Pay, did she indicate as to where Saga got money to pay for these invoices? Do you recall?
Can you come up again with the question?
Do you recall, according to Adele Pay, where Saga obtained the money to pay for the invoices? How
Yes,
they
Saga
generated?
did pay the invoices.
Did you hear the question? Did you understand the question? The question is, from your investigation, where did Saga get the money to pay for the invoices?
All the money came from the Maria Seafood, which is also a group of Samiri company.
Okay. In terms of this letter that you referred to, the one dated 16 July 2019, you indicated this letter was attached to the invoice.
Yes, correct.
Okay. What was indicated in that letter at the second paragraph, the last sentence?
The last sentence, it's saying, this initiative will be supported through tonnages of quota within the governmental objectives.
Okay. I want to find out from you, insofar as these invoices are concerned, this fish feed, which is described, have you investigated if this fish feed was bought?
We have investigated, but we did not find any evidence that the fish feed was supplied What we could see from the transaction when this money was paid into Fine Seafood Investment Trust account.
Into what?
Fine Seafood Investment Trust account.
Trust account.
The company is Fine Seafood Investment Trust.
Oh, okay. I thought you were referring to a trust account, so I was wondering.
My lord.
Yeah.
We see that money was paid out to other different entities in which the accused are having interest, and the money was just used for personal benefits.
And the entities that you are referring to, which accused persons are you saying had interest in those entities, first of all?
I'm referring to the entity like Njako Investment, CC. It's an entity of Mr. Otniel Chudifonya. I'm referring to the entity Wanyemba Investment Trust, an entity in which Mike Nipunya and Otniel Chudifonya are having interest.
Oh, okay. And insofar as these payments are concerned, from your investigations, could you establish if any of these funds were utilized for governmental objective purposes?
The money was not utilized for governmental objectives.
Oh, okay. Your Lordship, there's a request for the letter at page 208 to be marked as an exhibit. And thereafter, the two invoices at page 209 and 210 and 210.
Exhibit Z 28 and then Z 28 Roman 1 and Z 28 Roman 2. Those two invoices. 002 of 19 of stroke 19 is Z 28 Roman 1. And invoice 001 stroke 19 is Z 28 Roman 2.
As they play the court. All right. If we move on to page 212, what is depicted there?
Page 212 is a date of sale of sectional title unit. This document was obtained from Poop and Partners. The deed of sale was entered into by and between Grenada Investments 8 Proprietary Limited and Mike Nipunya.
In respect of which property?
In respect of unit section number 116, in the building or buildings known as 1990 South.
And who was the purchaser?
The purchaser was Mr. Mike Nipunya.
Okay. And was that agreement signed? You can take us to page 215 to 216. Maybe before you go there, page 213, what was the purchase price?
The purchase price was the sum of $2,200,000 Namibian dollars.
Okay, and was the agreement signed?
The agreement was signed on the 7th day of August 2018. And I would recognize the signature of Mr. Mike Nipuno.
Oh, okay. And what is contained at page 217?
217 is a document that we also received from Group and Partners, which is a payment confirmation with beneficiary name dated 14 August 2018. Beneficiary name Group Partners. Transfer amount 1,200,000 Namibian dollars. Beneficiary reference 73687. Beneficiary bank.
Okay, I think just take us to the payer details.
The payer details is indicated Njako Investment CC stroke 2017 stroke 01658.
Okay. Now, what was this payment for from your investigations?
This payment from the investigation, it was a payment relating to section 116 that I just...
Okay, the property you referred to.
Yes, the property I referred to, correct.
All right. Can you also just take us to page 220 of that document?
Okay, the document on page 220 is under the heading letterhead of Group and Partners, attorneys. It's a pro forma statement of account dated 14 August 2018, written to M. Nipunya. In the subject, our transfer of unit number 116, 1990, South, from Grenada Investments 8, Pty Ltd, to Mike Nipunya. Then it listed the amount, which is the transfer fee, the VAT, money paid to receive of revenue or stamp duty, fee for notarial session of exclusive use area, VAT fee of 15%, fee for financial intelligence inquiry, inclusive of VAT, deeds office fees, bank charges, and petties, inclusive of VAT.
Okay, and the total amount?
Which totaling to 108,510 Namibian dollars.
All right, and who paid that amount? Can you just take us to the next page?
This amount was paid by Njako Investment CC on the 29th of August 2018.
Okay, and what is reflected on that page? What is that document?
The document is a payment confirmation from Netbank, and this is also among the documents that were obtained from Group and Partners.
Oh, okay. Your Lordship, there's a request for the deed of sale and the accompanying documents to be submitted as exhibits.
A deed of sale?
And the accompanying documents that were referred to by the witness as exhibits, Your Lordship.
Let's the date of sale Z, exhibit Z 29, and then you have the proof of payment, payment confirmation of that's on payment confirmation of 14 August 2018 of 1.2 million by NetBank. That
Yes.
exhibit Z29 Roman 1. And then
Look at page 220.
Coupon Partners, the pro forma statement of account, Z29 Roman 2. And payment confirmation of 108,000 dated 29 August, that's Z29 Roman 3.
As it plays a court. Okay, if you take us to page 229, can you inform us what is depicted on that page?
Page
229.
$229 is a deed of sale of sectional title unit entered into by and between Brent Antonissen and Mike Nyepunya.
Okay, in respect of which property? The next page.
Is in respect of section number 18
Okay, and was that signed?
It was signed on the 10th of March 2019, and Mr. Mike Nyepunya did sign as a purchaser.
And what is depicted at page 234?
234. Before I go there, maybe I would just like to say that this deed of sale was also obtained from Coupon Partners,
Okay.
as well as the following document, which is now on page 234. It is headed View Initiated Transactions. And it indicates the transaction type created on. It indicates payments to other accounts. Then the date 27 of March 2019, updated by, then under that is Othniel Shudifonia, updated on 27th of March 2019. Then the statement description, Hoop Partners, beneficiary detail, Hoop Partners, the transfer currency is in Namibian dollars. With the transfer type indicated as low value. And the transfer amount is indicated as an amount of 500,000 564,160 Namibian dollars, which was paid to the 28th of March 2019.
And this payment, what was it for?
The payment was for the section unit, the unit section 18 that I just referred to previously.
Okay. And what do we have at page 237?
Page 237 is a deed of transfer. It's a document obtained from Hope and Partners, conveyancers. Deed of transfer number ST 405/2019. B. Anthony Sen, M. Nyepunya, section number 18, 1990 staff.
Okay. Your Lordship, the state will request for the deed of sale to be marked as an exhibit from page 229.
Page 200.
And 29, Your Lordship.
Z30.
As it plays the court. And for the document indicating the transaction of the 564,000 that was paid at page 234, as well as for the deed of transfer as well at page 237 to be marked as exhibits.
That will, the document on page 234 will be Z30, Roman 1.
As it plays the court.
And the one on page
237.
237, that's a deed of transfer, will be Z30, Roman 2.
As it plays the court. All right, if we move on to page 241, what is depicted on that page?
$241 is a deed of sale of sectional title unit. A document obtained from Hope Partners. Deed of sale entered into by and between Haifei Chen and Wanyemba Investment Trust, rep by Mike Nyepunya.
In respect of which property?
In respect of Unit 88, of which the purchase price is $1,150,000 Canadian dollars.
And it's on which sectional plane? What is the sectional plane number for that unit 88?
Sectional?
In paragraph A, what is the sectional plane number for that unit 88?
Sorry. Can you switch off this thing? No, I'm hearing something. Come remove your SIM card because you won't get back your phone. Whoever it is. Remove your SIM card. Your phone is gone. Let them just remove their SIM card and give back the phone, and they must kiss it goodbye. All right, next.
Mr. Kanyangela, just for you to indicate the section plate number for that unit 88.
Yeah, the section plate number is number 78, stroke 2017.
Okay. All right. Your Lordship, there's a request for the deed of sale to be marked as an exhibit.
Z31.
As it plays the court. And what's at page 246?
It's a document obtained from co-partners. It's a deed of sale of a sectional title unit entered into by and between Maria Alet Lapsha and Wanyemba Investment Trust, read by Mike Nipunya. For section number unit number 19 of section plan number 78 2017.
And the purchase price?
The purchase price is indicated as 1,250,000.
And was it signed at page 250?
The document was signed on the 12th of August 2019, and Mr. Mike Nipunya signed as a purchase.
Okay. And what is contained at page 251?
251 is a payment confirmation of NetBank. The document was obtained from Hoop and Partners, dated 21 October 2019. The beneficiary name, Hoop and Partners. The transfer amount, 319,135 Namibian dollars. And the payer detail is indicated as Wanyemba Investment Trust number P260/17.
Okay. And what was this payment for?
This payment was for the property that I just mentioned before.
Okay. Your Lordship, the state would request for the deed of sale at page 246.
Exhibit Z30.
And the payment confirmation is 251.
That's okay. The deed of sale is exhibit Z32, and the confirmation of payment is exhibit Z32 Roman 1.
As it plays the court. All right, and what do we have at page 252?
252, we have a document, a deed of transfer. Deed of transfer number ST1202/2019. It's a document obtained from Hoop and Partners in respect of section number 88 1990 SAP, which was entered into between Haichen, the trustees for the time being of in the transfer, Haichen, H. Chen, and the trustees for the time being of the Wanyemba Investment Trust.
Okay. And at page 200 and okay, no, it's fine. And that document is also signed. At 255.
We only have up to page 3 of the document.
Okay, is it signed on that page?
Just signed by the appearer.
Okay. And what do we have at page 256, the next page?
Mr. Litubeti?
Yes, Your Lordship.
I just want to exhibit Z32. That's on page 246.
At page?
246.
246, yes.
That's for the purchase of a unit 19.
Yes, Your Lordship.
And the proof of payment on page 251. You have it? That's
Yes, Your Lordship.
Z32 Roman 1.
Yes, Your Lordship.
That's payment, proof of payment. And the witness testified that it's in respect of unit 19. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes, Your Lordship. That's what I recall
Okay.
being the
Yeah.
evidence.
So those two transactions, Z32 and Z32 Roman 1, is in respect of unit 19.
Yes, that was his evidence.
Okay, and then you are bringing us now to the document on page 253. You have it?
Yes, Your Lordship, we have
But
it.
that deed of transfer is in respect of a section known as section 88. So it's not related to.
Are we at
The-
page 253?
253.
Yes.
So I just want to understand whether you are saying this section, this deed of transfer, sectional title sec, that's section ST 1202 of 2019. From my understanding, that is a section 88 and not section 19.
Yes, this is indeed a section 88.
It's a
for
different
the
one.
253, yes, Your Lordship. The one that we have at page, there's a deed of sale and then there's a deed of transfer. Let me just confirm.
You have the deed of sale and then you went to the proof of payment.
Because I just want to make sure there's one at page 257 for section 19.
Okay. 25?
257. That's the one that corresponds to the one at page 246 and 257. I think for that transaction, the one at 246, the deed of sale should be the deed of transfer indicated at page 257 for the unit 19.
Yeah, I just wanted to understand because I didn't hear evidence about section 88, who bought the deed of sale, the payment proof, and you were handing it in, so I wanted to understand what for.
In respect of section, the one
88.
at page, yes, the one at page 252.
Yeah, that's section 88.
Yes, Your Lordship.
You haven't led any evidence with respect to the deed of sale, the payment in respect to section 88. So what do you want me to do with that section?
Your Lordship, let me just see. I think that section, there should be another document for that.
All right, maybe until you lead evidence about it, I'm disregarding it.
As it plays a court, Your Lordship.
All right?
I see my colleagues are reminding me it's 3 o'clock. I still thought of 4 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, I think if I just recoup, the witness testified about the deed of sale, section that's Z32. That's a deed of sale of a sectional unit by Marianne Alet Laupsha. Right? And Wanyemba Trust Investment, that's section 19 on the section plan 78 of 2017. That's what the witness presented. And then the payment confirmation on page 251 for 135 Namibia dollars.
Yes, Your Lordship, I see that.
That's then exhibit Z32 Roman 1.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Maybe then that's opportune to stop.
As it plays a
We
court.
stop there.
As it plays a court, Your Lordship.
Yes. We will then take an agenda just to announce that Monday we are not starting at 9 or 10, but we are starting at 3:15 on Monday. And are the correctional services officers in court? The officer in command for who's yes, if you can come forward. Yes, we'll issue an order for the correctional services officer because the applicants on Monday, they are only coming to court at 3:15, and we will sit until 5:15 on Monday. So we'll do an order so that the arrangements are made for when they are brought and the late that they are taken back. All right, if you can just, I don't know who will do the arrangements, but I just need to record it so that you inform the officers at the correctional services. All right, the matter is in agenda until Monday, 3:15.
Aye.